Okay, so we are live, day 2. Okay, so day 2, building a YouTube assistant. And today we will be. Okay, so we are live, day 2. Today we will be planning out the specifications and start with some basic setup. The first day was spent on planning out the stack and place where this will be deployed. So yeah, today I'm gonna proceed with some basic implementation. Okay, so okay, so I will try to come up with some basic rules for Claude for this. First, I will forge and will. Okay, so I connect to GitHub. Check. So I'll try to come up with rules for Claude MD. I will just start typing to set rules for Claude for writing code. Okay, so I need to check for styling approach. What do you recommend? I'm thinking just shed CN, but let's see what other options can we check, maybe compare. Shed CN. Paste. Hey Flamingo, yeah, it's kind of a funny title I came up with because I have no plan B. Yeah, that was the point. But I don't know, it triggered some people, I think. So shed CN also when it tailwind will be by default. Yeah, let's keep using C for conditional classes. Let's have okay, so I need to specify the folder structure will be used. Okay, so folder structure will be like, this will be only English version, so localization for now. Let's have folders, constant, let's have folders, source, constants, helpers, hooks, lib, providers, team, types. Variables. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so this will be it. The folder structure. What else I want to tell? Okay, so I actually had one skill in the previous project, and I can use that skill to identify this behavior cloud rules. I need to find that project. Okay. Copy the rules there. So the idea of this is when creating a component, don't okay, so I will even ask it to enhance my prompt. Focus on creating reusable components. Don't tangle business logic into components, into general components. Instead of polluting components with use effects, try to extract into hook. Try to identify if could be global hook used in many components. Also, instead of being a component with many helper functions, try to create helpers folder in the folder component. Focus on breaking down components. So component is not many lines of code. Breaking down component can create folder components inside of a component folder and put components inside of it. Okay, so it breaks down and the code is more readable and not going crazy with business logic and stuff like that. Don't put any, but these were generic saying such things. Don't put any types. Usually I didn't notice, no, it puts any types, but usually it tries to not put. And if it puts any type, I think this general rule will not help it not to put it, so it will be just waste, I think, if I put this general rule that don't put any type. So yeah, what else? Yeah, I'll try to actually copy this, open codex. Let's try in codex. Oh no, actually I'm giving it to Claude, so it's Claude. I try to create Claude MD rules for the project, and this is my prompt. Please enhance it so it's much better and will be better results once I provide it. Okay, so here's the original prompt: rewritten structure, specific example-driven set of rules that will produce significantly better results. Server with the client components. Okay, so yeah, style, class names. Correct. CN, wrong, manual string. Book placement. Actually, it suggests to use kebab case instead of Pascal case, but I actually like Pascal case more. So maybe this is the point I should change. TypeScript, script TypeScript everywhere, not any types. Okay, it did by default. Gave this enhance this prompt. Define shared types. Yes, prefer interface. Okay, so I will copy all of this. Need you to update cloud rules. Cloud terminal is so buggy, it just keeps disappearing randomly. Okay, it's a kind of a big prompt. Okay, so ports error. Okay. Yeah, I guess I will need database right now. Okay, so for database, I will use Gemini. Will recommend me some nice things. Now, which databases I can use besides Neon to start a free tier for this project? Okay, Supabase, highly recommended. Supabase, one of the most popular alternatives, provides a full Postgres, well, Okay, super base. Okay. Okay, I will go with super base, I guess. Okay, so I'm setting up. I'll go with super base. Okay, now what tool is great for system design? Tool I can use, which is great for system design. Okay, so here we have I need to update my env. I need to get env variables. Okay, I need to get my variables in the project setting. PI keys. I actually never use Supabase, and it's really hard to find the URL, database URL here. There is no setting, there is no settings database, so where should I find it? Select to move to newer Supabase, projects configuration database, configuration. Integration. There is none. They connect, I guess. Connect, yeah. Connection string, that's it finally. Okay, so connection string. Okay, so I have connection string and direct URL, but I can't see direct URL. What is direct? Direct URL. I found only one connection. Which one is that? URL or direct? It's your direct URL to get full connection. Change the port. Okay. So in that case, I will open up my env file, my second screen, so I can update it. Okay, so database is the same URL with different port. Okay. Okay, that is done. What's next now? Okay, so about the system design, here are the best tools for system design. Categorized. Okay, best engineer team, Eraser IO. Okay, just interesting. I have not used this. I will think about the database, what exactly I need for the database. Okay, so now need the brainstorm the database design. Okay, so it already has defined the schema, turns out, for the database. Check it. I'm specifically interested in the conversation, or the conversation message. Oh, description. Okay, let's discuss the conversation model. I'm checking the schema. Conversation model, message model, goal also. And what is push subscription? Okay, now it's kind of clear. So this goal is like idea and goal. This is like tables in DB which will store the user's ideas and goals. But it's not enough, I think. So this power your AI chat user has many conversations. Okay, so goals and the tracking feature creators sets. Okay, goals and push subscription is web applications or differentiate. Okay, okay. So do we say like whole conversations in our DB, like everything user chats with the AI, will like all the messages be saved? If yes, do we really need it? What's the purpose of it? Okay, so user can go back, reread the coaching advice, which makes sense. What does summarization mean? It means it will be summarized in some markdown file, and the messages, older messages, will not be read again by the AI. That's what you mean? So let's say because the old chat was like big, many messages, so AI won't read the whole whole chat again. That's what it means. Okay, summarization. Proactive coaching. Cron jobs can reference past conversations to avoid repeating advice. That's cool, actually. Here's the rule quick. How important is chat history to your product? Keep full history. Current design users can browse past conversations. Feels premium, but more storage and complexity. Keep only recent context. Save the last N messages per conversation. Delete all the ones. Actually, let me check how is it on vidIQ, this YouTube thing. Do they have the older messages saved there or no? Like, I just wonder. They have actually, yes, they have. They have, and I think it's cool feature. Okay, keep all the recent context. Summarize only. My recommendation is option 1. Keep full history. Storage in Postgres is cheap. Conversation just text rows. Okay. Yes, let's skip full history. Okay, so yeah, summarization is conversation has 50 messages. You send all 50 to Claude every time the user sends a new message. It's expensive. Summarization after every 10 messages, Claude generates short summary like, okay. Then a user sends message 11 instead of sending. Okay. The point all messages are still saved in database. Is a callback. Good. Full history. Full history it is. Let's move on. You also mentioned goals. Current design has a title description. Target current value. Deadline. Complete flag. Goal should be freeform. Should be freeform. Goals could be updated from YouTube data as well, but depends on the goal. How complex will it be to have this freeform goals? So let's say not only numerical. Let's say user has some goal that, what goal could he have? Okay, so how complex would it be if user has free-form goals? That's the first question. So today I was like planning to go ahead with some building some stuff like components, but I see that it's not that easy. There are actually many things to be like clarified, planned, and brainstormed. And actually I didn't do this before streaming because I want to show the whole process on stream. That was the idea of the streaming series. So I guess some people already showed that they did not like this. Some people went checked the people first video of this streaming series and were disappointed, as if they were hoping to see like whole building process in one day, and were disappointed in planning. But planning is a big part of the project, especially when using AI, because that's very important. This is the fundamental job. Like this is the base of the app. It has to be planned. So, and plus, especially with this project, when you are solo developer and you just need to understand like, what are you doing. So it's not complex at all. Freeform goals are actually simpler than numeric goals. Current design, numerical target value, progress, 45. Freeform look like what type of goals living in the same or like reach subscribers, post 12 videos. Yeah, post 12 videos this month. Do my thumbnails, find my niche, be more consistent with posting. Yeah, the most complex and important part will be on this project, I think, the AI, setting up the AI so it's smart, like providing context and stuff like that. And yeah, well, I have not worked on it yet. It will be super interesting, I guess. Which one do you suggest, to have freeform or numeric goals? All I see is like numeric goals for the user, but the ones that you suggested, like I also liked post 12 videos in the month and stuff like that. No, actually post 12 videos is numeric. How can we track non-numeric goals, like be more consistent, improve thumbnails? Should, if we implement this, won't it mix the purpose of this app, which is YouTube goals? Or could it be like YouTube mixed with productivity app? What's your take on that? Actually, asking AI such thing is not very... you should not expect some greatness from it. But what I think is this is heavily like YouTube productivity app, and goals could be very general. Of course, they can be related to YouTube, but tracking such thing in the app, I'm not sure. It could be, but maybe not in the beginning. Yeah, let's go with numeric. Okay, let's go with a numeric. What else? Okay, so there will be goals, there will be ideas. Assistant will be discussing this. But for the users, comfort. It should be like a board where he can track his ideas and goals in progress. So is it in our design markdown that this app will have a board where user can track the progress of the idea or some goal by having tasks to do and in progress and finished? Because let's say user started working on some idea for YouTube, some video, and he wants to kind of keep the progress. Like next time he enters, he can put it to in progress or done. So that way AI can track the progress of it, right? Okay, so idea model status. Okay, it's the video idea pipeline, like the Kanban board for content. Okay. So let's say user plans something, and you know, when you have planned something and don't have a deadline, you tend to not start it. So did you consider in the schema that we could have a calendar and user will be able to set tasks or goals in the calendar? And AI will also be able to do it, let's say after discussing with user, asking for permission to update the calendar. Okay, so this is a great insight. Android schema. What's this? If a user plans a video idea, there's no way to say I want to film this on Thursday and publish Saturday. That's a gap. Okay, so just add dates to idea, schedule date and due date. Simple. The UI can show a calendar view of upcoming events. AI can suggest dates. So he's suggesting just to add dates to ideas and we can display them kind of on calendar type thing. The second option is full calendar system, separate calendar event model that can hold ideas, goals, custom events and reminders, more flexible, more complex. Separate schedule model. Okay, so it says that they don't need a Google Calendar. They need a simple content calendar, which I disagree. Pipeline is brainstorm ideas, schedule it, work on it, publish, adding to date. Okay, so how complex will it be to integrate Google Calendar for real, and maybe all the other calendars that user can be using, for example, Notion. So the idea, like my idea, is to make users productive as possible. And when they are, for example, users of Google Calendar, and they are able to synchronize and add tasks from our app to their real calendar, so then they get real notifications, because this is only web app. So maybe Google Calendar will send them notifications on the phone, so it will make them more productive. If I liked such application, like I would definitely be happy if it can add to the real calendar. I'm just asking, and I still didn't decide which approach to go. So first, let's discuss this possibility. Okay, it's really interesting. So leveraging existing calendar notifications solves this is only a web app problem. Let me break down. Honestly, this is only web app problem. Okay. Actually, yes. Google Calendar, moderate complexity. Good news is you're already doing Google Auth with YouTube. Adding calendar is just one more scope. Then you use same Google APIs library you have to create delete events. Okay. Phone notification for free. The calendars. This is where complexity explodes. Explodes is a scary word. Google Calendar, low, medium complexity. Outlook, Microsoft, medium, whole new outflow. Okay, so Apple Calendar, high, and I think no one uses Apple Calendar. I think Notion, medium, different mental model. Google is the one to go, and if it's low complexity, okay, start with Google Calendar. Here's why. Okay, what's the database needs? New model. Okay, now compare, let's say, yeah, I will choose only Google for now, Google Calendar. Now compare the functionality. Having Google Calendar, I mean synchronizing the calendar from this app to Google, or just having a deadline on ideas and having it displayed in the dashboard. Which is better for the user and productivity? Okay, so Google Calendar sync wins for productivity, but the dashboard deadline might be better for your project. Google Calendar Pros user get phone notifications. They'll remember deadlines. Events sit alongside real life. For the plan realistically, you don't need to build notification system for deadlines. It handles. Users have to grant another permission scope. They edit the event in Google Calendar. Your app doesn't know. Dashboard deadlines only. User stays, so if I don't go with Google option and a user stay inside your app, every interaction reinforces the habit of opening Forge. The AI coach can reference deadlines naturally. Your tutorial is due tomorrow. How's filming going? Simpler to build. You already have push notifications. So I don't know, it's saying it doesn't make sense. So if we push everything to Google Calendar, Forge becomes a planning tool. They open once a week. If you keep deadlines, I understand your point, but what is more realistical? User to switch off the computer and just procrastinate, don't get any notifications, and just don't do anything. Or user getting a Google notification, and you mentioned that user opens app once a week if they have Google notifications. Okay, Google notification is about action that they need to do, but they do this action outside of Forge, right? They need to either film a YouTube video or live stream. So Forge is not the calendar, right? It's not about they need to come to Forge for calendar. Forge will be AI assistant that will help generating ideas and checking the analytics, right? So okay, debate me more, like try to prove me why do you think first of all check my message and compare pros and cons, and I just don't see any reason not to implement Google Calendar. Okay, so I think it's waste of time like debating on this thing with it. Users do action outside the Forge. That's the key. Filming, editing, streaming. User opens up Google Calendar, not Forge. A good they need to go to film, sit Forge, and permission scope. So the Forge will not be pushing users to the Google Calendar. Is it possible to have Forge Calendar, which is just synchronizing and adding, with user's permission, adding the events that live in Forge's calendar to Google's calendar? Okay, so check the forge. Okay, if user deletes the event in Google Calendar directly, should Forge care? Okay, let's go with option 1. And what do we need to implement this idea? So we have Google API. Okay, can you mentioned the user account and session are dictated by next auth. So we will. So will it work for us? Because we will have Google Auth, right? Do we still need this next auth models, or we should adjust them based on Google? Okay, guys. So I will, I guess, go on a couple of minute water break. Drank a lot of coffee today, so time for water, I guess. So they work as is. Next out models are designed to handle user create. Okay. I want to check the context actually. Okay, now check look at rest models. Discuss. So channel. Okay, I think no. I think one channel will be fine. And then you can remove and yeah, remove and add another one. Try to understand what it means by video analytics history. Video with its performance, data analytics field, question, analytics. Okay, so let's do like this. User can connect one channel and only one, but he can remove and connect another one, so he can switch it, but not more than one channel. Please explain to me what do you mean by video analytics history. Also, once the user signs up, there will be a questionnaire kind of thing where we gather the information about the user in terms of what is his background, what does he want to achieve, and what style of videos he has or wants to create, and stuff like that. So we can adjust AI based on him. So is it considered for database? Do we need to store this in database, or it will go to create a profile? I don't have the questions yet, what questions we will be asking to the user, but this is in the plan. Okay, so I be going on a couple of minute break. Okay, so 4 questions. Let's go with option B. But the first question. So the first question is about video analytics. You mean we have a functionality where we tell the user that CT error dropped on their videos or how the video is performing? Do we really need that functionality? Because I feel like user also will be interactive with this analytics, so analytics serves this purpose, right? So do we really need it? Yes, so we should skip that, and we just need to make sure that AI coach is aware that a video is posted and that, for example, user had an idea and or planned video or stream, and AI should be able to check that it's being implemented.